be on the double all season long, and they're going to play some close games at some point again when they go home like they have. They're going to end up, and I don't know how they can fix things. I don't know how things are going to change. They're going to end up being on the wrong side of the bubble because they're going to be on the wrong side of a couple of close games because they can't shoot free throws, and it's quite remarkable. How many do you think they made out of 23 free throw attempts last night?
I'm looking at it, so I don't want to guess.
All right. Thanks for being honest. Jake.
13.
They would have needed a hot streak to get to that.
Oh, boy.
They were 8 of 23 last night. Good for 35%.
Oh.
Mark Mitchell is 1 of 8.
Eee.
It's
That's a mental thing right there.
Ooh.
1 of 8? I mean,
yes.
man. Because
player
he's
of
such a
his
good
caliber.
basketball player. Yeah.
And he gets to the line a lot. But it's this has been a discussion. Gabe DeArmond always writes about it, like even after they get a win, like, hey, you know what, it was great, but free throws are going to cost him a game or two at some point. It just is. That did not cost them the game last night, but you
Right.
see, it's just,
Didn't help.
but it's somewhat remarkable to see that. They are one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the nation.
It feels like something. It always baffles me when I see really good basketball players be really bad free throw shooters. And obviously, if you're playing Division I basketball, like, you're a really good basketball player, because you don't have to be that to be a good free throw shooter. You know, you don't have to be athletic.
And there are times when he gets high and he's good.
Yeah.
You know, and Mark. And it's not just Mark Mitchell though. I mean, but he gets to the line a lot.
Yeah.
He's so good, and I can't imagine what this team would be without him. But Drew King from Power Mizzou posted the 34.8% mark at the free throw line was the 6th worst in program history, dating back to 1938. And it was the worst in school history in games in which the team took at least 20 foul shots. So if you're wondering why, I led with that was
Historic.
right.
Historically
You
bad
don't see
last
that
night.
that often. I'm like, wow. This is something. If you're wondering, out of 365 teams, the last team in free throw percentage is Appalachian State. I don't know what the hell they're doing there. 61.6%.
Not very good.
And so, but Mizzou is not 365th. They are 338th
Oh, okay. Hey,
in free throw percentage.
they're not last.
So,
Man.
just put that out there. That's what stood out to me, because even after the game was decided, like, they're not making the free throws. They're still not gonna.
Man, what's going on with Mark Mitchell? 1 of 8. That's
Hey, he just won on the last game, so.
yeah, I know. You hope that doesn't become a, because when it's a mental thing, that can be harder to fix than if it's just like you got a little mechanical flaw or something like that.
No. The game itself was terrible. And, man. Say so you're not looking at this. There's so many statistical gems out of this game. How many three-pointers do you think Alabama took? They're firing away, baby. And let me tell you something.
25.
Mizzou is not good at guarding the three. That's not a strength.
I think that's an important thing in today's game, because that's the majority of. It seems like that's like.
I would agree.
I'll say 25.
I'll say 32.
They shot 39 three and made 15 of them. Like, they weren't,
Yeah.
crazy hot, but that's something watching Alabama play. Good God. And you know what? I'm no scout, but this that center they got, Bediako, he
Yeah.
looks like he could turn pro someday.
I think he's a G League type.
I think he's a pro player.
Oh.
You see when you watch a college game, that guy's future pro. That guy is
Past
literally a pro player.
Yeah, he's a.
Like, hey, that's a pro player.
Yeah.
You
They're all
know,
pros now, baby. Yeah, he looks like he's got some ability to play at the G League level at least. I don't want to base it all off one game.
kept him in check. 18 minutes, only 14 points. So
stepped right into the starting lineup. I see.
It's 18 minutes, 14 points, and 6 boards.
Well.
It's so stupid. But like,
it's the
it's
game
like
now.
one of the most ridiculous things. But no, that's even more ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Than transfer portal and everything else.
Yeah.
Like so, how's this happening?
Well, how is he
Again,
eligible?
again, he declared for the NBA draft,
Well-
went undrafted, and then played 3 years
3 years.
Here's the
in
part
the G
that
League.
I
And if
don't
you were paying
understand.
it, and it's not like, well, he hasn't played since last year. He played in a game a week and a half ago.
How do you get registered for classes so fast?
Class.
So this is like happening quick. It's not like, he's been out of basketball for a year.
It's class load.
He's been out of basketball for 10 days, and so we think he could. And then you watch it like, oh yeah, hey,
Pretty good player.
he
like
looks
a men among boys
This
out
guy
there.
looks like a pro to me.
He looks like a grown man.
18 minutes, 14.6 boards.
It's just so stupid.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, all right.
We'll just get a judge. Hey, judge, we got this guy.
So
I don't know why, but it just seems so perfect to be at Alabama.
I don't know what to tell you. Also, last night, K-State lost to West Virginia, and again, I don't know what to say to K-State fans. They're 10-11 overall now, 1-7 in the Big 12. So, I mean, it's no shame to lose at West Virginia, but they have to. I mean, now they got home against Iowa State, at TCU, home against Cincy, and then they at Houston. So got to play at Texas Tech. So got to play at Kansas. But I mean, none of these games are easy. None of these games you can't chalk up any of
lose
these
every one of them.
and say this is a win, that's a win. So I don't know what to say about that.
It's a bad year for K-State.
I mean, they're alone down there now, 1-7. Baylor and Utah is 1-6.
Bad's an understatement for Kansas State.
Yeah. I mean, look.
I mean, it could go down as one of the worst seasons they've ever had.
It's when you listen, talk to K-State fans. There's a lot of feeling of.
Do you do that?
Yeah, of course.
Give me some examples.
Well, yeah,
Like you like walking in a group of K-State fans, or is this on your text thread, or be specific?
Yeah, I got some.
The way you presented it sounds like you're walking. You're down in Aggieville, just walking up to people. You said, when you're talking to K-State fans, be specific.
Man on the street.
Like, are you like going to
No,
immersing
I've
yourself with?
got a bunch of buddies who went to K-State.
Okay, so on the text thread.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
different text threads too, because there's not like.
Because I don't know, you're not like trolling K. Like,
oh God, no!
you're not going to a bar
I'm
where
trying
there's a
to
K.
I'm
Hey,
trying to-
what's going on
What do you
here?
say about this team out here?
My trolling days
Give
are
me,
over,
give me your
buddy.
thoughts on this. So what do they say?
It sounds like there's a lot. I mean, look, after the KU lost, the big thing I heard for it was like there was no fight down the stretch, and then there was no player that seemed to take umbrage with the KU players doing what they were doing. There just doesn't seem like there's much buy-in from the team
What-
and
what do
commitment, So
They're mad because somebody didn't go up and get in Melvin Council's
confront
face
him or
say,
something.
hey, don't you dance like that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard was like they're just okay with it. They just kind of what was a 4-point game, and then all of a sudden it just turned into a dunk show for KU down the stretch, and it just doesn't seem like there's a ton of I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a ton of fight in the Cats right now. That's what I hear from the K-State fans, that their frustration is. But yeah, Jake, as you said, I mean, look, their only win is against a really, really bad Utah team, and that was a 3-point game. So
I just like the way That's what I'm hearing from K-State fans now.
Well,
Hey, if there's a guy that's got his finger on the pulse of the Wildcats, right here. Are they honest to you in this text thread? Because you're a wolf in Wildcat clothing. Do they really give you that ammunition?
I
to
don't
tell you
sit there and
whatever?
pretend to be a K-State fan when I talk to him. We just
Right.
talk about basketball, what we like, what we don't like about our teams, all that stuff,
An airing of grievances.
Sometimes.
You
yeah.
go in there and complain sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Are they pining for Bruce Weber?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I think you could not
And
be
the
happy
guy
with,
won Big 12 championships.
He did. I think you could be happy with
I can't tell if he's being a smartass or not.
I'm just saying.
Now,
Like,
see, that's to me kind of trolling, but also like, is he serious or is he saying that to
I feel like there's a
irritate?
lot of like, well, at least
they-
Bruce did this. At least Bruce would have had this. Like at least Bruce didn't let this happen. So I don't know if that means they're pining for Bruce, but it's kind of like, man, he never. I
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
don't know.
Grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Yeah, I think you can say it was time to move on from Bruce Weber, and still not like, but maybe we didn't hire the right guy.
My
or-
ex-wife actually loved me and not my money.
Uh-huh.
Is this wife only in it for the money, or does she actually love me? Huh?
This took a turn I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
So I don't-
Maybe felt like Bruce Weber really loved them.
well, at least they would win the play hard chart. At least.
See,
All right, play hard.
I'm trying to
kick their
have
butt
fun
again.
here and attack this with humor, and this guy's he's taking shots.
No.
He wants to start something.
Yep.
I didn't know what
Yep.
you were trying to do. If
I'm
you
not
were
trying to start.
No, I can't ever tell what your guy's angle is on this. So I have to. I'm not going to be guilty by association. I got to walk around on eggshells around here, when it comes to this thing.
Yeah. You sure are.
K-State's a wounded animal right now.
See, that's
geez.
not.
When you're a wounded animal, how do you come? You come angry. You come.
Look,
So maybe they're gonna come angry.
I have to sit.
Well, that's I think what the gripe has been. They haven't been coming angry.
I've got. Yeah.
They've
Well,
been coming
yeah.
calmly,
Yeah.
passively.
Right.
Very nonchalantly.
Yeah, we're
I don't know.
children. Oh, we're children.
Last night I was watching angry the Mizzou game. I don't know if that counts.
You were?
Yeah, I was watching extremely angry.
Well,
But then when it got
you're
such
a
a
wounded
big
animal.
it was such a big blowout.
Yeah.
Then I just became belligerent, and then I started bitching about free throws.
You find something to focus on, when it's like that.
Yeah, this Dennis Gates and the Missouri basketball team this year will not allow me or other Mizzou fans to fall in love with this team or to really get behind them, because just when you think you've got something, they take it right away. Mm-hmm. But then they give it back, but then they take it right away. And so it's like, you know what? Fool me. What was it? Fool me once, fool me twice, shame on me, fool you once. What's
You can't
I
get
can't
fooled
remember.
again.
Right. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That would wrap up my
It
thoughts.
says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
That's me watching Missouri basketball
Right.
there.
Fool me can't be fooled again.
And I have to remind myself, too, I'm like, hey, dummy. Yeah, the double buzzer beaters were awesome. But it took double buzzer beaters at home to beat a god-awful Oklahoma team.
You hear that, Lebo?
So it's like
team's awful.
I went for 2 days loving that, on the air. And now I'm reminded, oh, yeah, by the way, they needed that to beat a crap Oklahoma team. Now, he knows. He'll be the first one to tell you. Wait till he gets there. Ask him, is Oklahoma good in basketball? And then he'll start calling for Porter Moser's job like he did on Monday.
Real quick.
So it ain't just K-State fans that are mad at their coach. Lebo wants a new coach. I'm mad at everything that I see. So, hey, college basketball, it's fantastic.
It's here.
Hey, I'm enjoying it right now.
And look, I'm not going to
Pretty good.
totally get into all this Bill Belichick
Oh boy.
not being inducted or not making it into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. It's it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Of course it is, because he's the GOAT. He's the greatest coach of all time. And, I've complained about this. I know it's different, but in baseball with the Hall of Fame, when you got, what dumbass didn't vote for George Brett?
Right.
Who sat down and looked it over and said, no.
Not this year.
No,
Maybe
no.
next year.
Let me think about it for a year, and we'll get back to him. Of course, he made it, but there's I can't remember how many votes. Jake, look it up. How many?
He had one of the highest percentages,
but there's
like
still
94%, something like that.
There's still
Yeah.
buttholes that sat down with that body of work and said, you know what? No, can't do it. Can't pull the trigger on this one. Next.
Or even almost more sinister, they said, well, we can't have him be 100%.
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
which 4 of you are not going to vote for
these
him?
gatekeepers.
98.2% is 432 out of 440.
Yeah.
And then
8 guys.
Yeah, think about it. And then Nolan Ryan
8
too.
people.
Yeah.
98.7.
Yeah.
491 out of 497.
Yeah. Someone looked at Nolan Ryan like, you know what? Not enough strikeouts.
Yeah.
If he
Not
could have,
for me.
Maybe next year.
If he could have just shoved one more no-hitter across for us, then maybe I'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
Who are those 6 guys?
But right. So the point is, there's these
gatekeepers.
There are people that have votes for things that they shouldn't have votes for, like the top 25, like All-Pro team, like the MVP, and Hall of Fame. There's some people that, I'll be honest with you, I'm sorry, they're too old.
Ageist.
Well, and there's some people that might be too young.
Right.
And there's some people that are too dumb.
Yep.
And there's some people that don't pay attention and just have a vote somehow. There's some out there that I don't know, let personal feelings
I was
get
going
into
to say
it.
there are some that are too petty, some that are too arrogant.
And feel like I'm a
know?
gatekeeper for this.
Yeah.
I'm more important than
We have the power
I
of this
really
vote.
am.
If we don't like you, we can wield it against you.
And so it's not, it can't be any type of conversation about his body of work. Clearly, he's the best of all time when you look at accomplishments and everything else. Okay?
Yeah. You can have that debate if he's the best ever, but whether or not he's one of the best
comes
ever.
down to this, right? This is the whole debate. Do you think he should be penalized in this way for Spygate, Deflategate? That's the whole thing. Because apparently that's what Bill Polian is, now he's backing off of that, saying he didn't say that. You got people saying that he was telling other, hey, he needs to be penalized for what he did. And not making him a first ballot Hall of Famer, that's the penalty.
Stupid. A person below normal
How
intelligence.
how Bill Polian got to be the guy to decide that, I don't know.
Yeah.
He also thought Lamar Jackson was a running back. So, we can figure that out later.
Right.
The point is, it's like I don't think it's up to him to make that decision. That's not the question that they're voting for. The question is he in the Hall of Fame or not? If he's eligible and you have a vote, you vote yes. He's eligible. It's not up to you to dig into his personal life and decide, well, you know what? He wasn't very nice to the media.
Right.
And so I'm just not going to do that. Am I wrong, Jake? I can't tell.
No,
with
you're
your
spot on.
Big beard and glasses and hat.
No, I couldn't agree with you more.
But because that's what Polian let the cat out, or someone let the cat out of the bag.
Here, it devalues the Hall of Fame. Is what it does. It devalues the Hall of Fame because like Andy Reid gets in first ballot. Like that's a debate. Is he better than Belichick or not? But they're on the same level.
But there's no. He should be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
there's no.
if Bill Belichick isn't a first ballot Hall of Fame, then who is?
Well, look, I'm going to take up a contrarian position here just for the conversation piece.
Good.
The Spygate thing is the only argument you could make. And if you want to make the argument that his whole career of winning got started with him cheating and systematically breaking into stadiums so that they could film other teams' practices and stuff like that, then I guess I'm with you guys, because it's the same thing to me. It's very similar with what these guys that like in the baseball that all of a sudden the baseball voters all decided that anybody that they think did steroids during the steroid era shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, here you go, Bud Selig. We'll let you in, though, because you were the one watching over it all.
Right.
So, but Bud Selig's okay.
Yeah. And,
He should get in.
and yeah,
Like,
also, like the thing that I've always said is like we don't know who all did steroids. We know certain guys got accused of it, but that doesn't mean some of the other guys you voted for didn't do them. Just
Well, here's the thing: the NFL penalized the Patriots. They penalized them. They fined them.
Right.
They took.
Right, and then they went and won more Super Bowls.
Right. They took draft picks away. So the NFL penalized Bill Belichick. So who the hell are these writers to say, you know what, we're going to penalize you too?
It's not even writers, Bill Polian.
20 years later. Right. People who have influence.
Yeah.
It's like they've already been penalized. He has that on.
He's got a vote.
It's just it's ridiculous. Like who are you to say that he hasn't been punished enough? Because the NFL somehow let him coach, continue to coach, let him,
Well, I do think this is for these voters. This is their power.
Right, but
and they can wield their power finally because they've been powerless to do anything when he's been a jerk all these years.
Well,
now they can show him now.
They shouldn't have that power, right?
Like, if you have that power, you should be responsible with it.
Right, and you should go by the rule. Like he's a Hall of Famer.
It's not a popularity contest.
Right, it doesn't matter. He is a bona fide first ballot Hall of Famer, no question. And now you're taking that away from him because you think that you're somehow above him just because you get to vote to who gets in?
I'm looking at there's a lot of former guests on the 50-person selection committee, former guests of the show. Remember we used to have Clark Judge on the show?
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the selectors. We used to have Jason Cole on the show. Sal Palantonio cussed out Aaron Swartz. We tried to get him on the show.
Well,
we've had Jim Trotter on the show. Hey, how about your boy?
Public vote, right?
How about your boy Fauci? He's on there. Tony Dungy, Dan Fauci. So it's like, okay, there's 32 city representatives.
So each city of the NFL has a representative.
Right. Anybody know who the representative is for Kansas City?
It used to be Adam Teicher, didn't it? I don't know who it is now.
Vahe Gregorian.
Yeah, put a request in.
I've always found Vahe to be a pretty vindictive.
Right.
And,
So you have 32 city reps, and Vahe is Kansas City's.
For the record, if anybody's listening, Vahe is like one of the classiest people
one of the
you'll
best.
meet.
You
Just
have
a wonderful person.
Nate's
Unbelievable red ass. Pro
Just
football.
grudges all over the place.
Pro Football Writers Association
Mean
rep is
temper.
Calvin Watkins, and then you have 17 at-large selectors. Like in a mix of writers, like Mary Kay Cabot, Jason Cole, Tony Dungy, Fauci Baby, James Lofton, Alex Marvez, Sal Palantonio, Bill Polian, Lisa Salters. So, vote totals are not disclosed.
And that part-
that's ridiculous.
See, that's the part. Like, and some people, I guess, have come out and said, "Hey, I voted for Belichick.
Yeah.
I disagree with this, but that's like breaking protocol." But to me, it's like, I don't know I don't get it.
Right.
What's the point of the secrecy?
Like John McClain's a voter. He posted, I think under these circumstances, if the Hall of Fame were to decide to disclose who voted for whom, it will be welcomed by most on our committee. Those who voted for Belichick, as many as 39, are being tarnished by those who didn't. And
That's
so
true.
I think he's in Houston.
Yeah.
He came out and said, hey, I voted for, I can't say that, but I voted for him.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. So, hey,
Yeah.
we're good. But by the way, all of us want this to be released. So go ahead. We're being tarnished.
Yeah, like if you voted
who are the
against him, why
11?
wouldn't you be willing to stand up
Right.
and defend your
There's going to be enough
position?
people so you start crossing off.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We should start just shoot a
The
text out
process
to
of
Fouts.
elimination.
I'm going to tell you what, who's pissed off last night. I'll tell you before we break. I'm going to read some of his posts. The most pissed off guy last night, he was hot. And he was tweeting through it. Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Hall of Fame coach. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He was
Oh, yeah.
tearing people apart making accusations,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, Bill Belichick has a friend in Jimmy Johnson.
That's true.
Boy, let me tell you,
Yeah, I read
he
some of
came
those.
rushing to his defense, and I don't know what Jimmy was doing last night, but he was hot.
He was fired up.
His piss was hot. We'll take a break.
He was a wounded animal.
Back after this on WHB. welcome back to the show. Troy sent us a message. He thought that segment was awesome. Thanks, Troy. Jack says Nate is absolutely right about K-State. Not a single player cares, and they are led by an excuse-making, overpaid coach who needs out. There's no pride from the Cats. Wow. That was from Jack.
I told you.
Yeah? Ain't that something?
I would
Also-
say this. I think it can happen. It can happen to a lot of teams
What?
with the era where everything feels so mercenary in college basketball right now. Getting a team that's bought in and cares and fights hard together. I mean, KU was missing that last year down the stretch. There didn't seem to be much buy-in and everything, and they got it this year. It's,
Here's a little give and take here about this Hall of Fame voting. Gary Myers, who wrote a book on the Giants, but if you remember Gary Myers for old school Inside the NFL fans, he used to be on the Inside the right. He was like a reporter for Inside the NFL. I mean, he long time, but older. He posted, "Can someone explain why it's so important to know the names of the Hall of Fame selection committee members who didn't vote for Belichick? What's the difference? You're going to egg their house, troll them on X? They earned their vote. I just happen to disagree with them." And Ben Volen, who covers the Patriots, and he just said, and I thought this is a good answer, "Basic accountability, the same thing we usually demand of the people we cover."
simple
Well said.
enough.
Done.
Yeah. Mic drop.
And winner Ben.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson.
I want to hear these.
Boy,
I haven't seen these yet.
Made him mad. I like it. One of my favorite videos that has gone viral over the years is when, is it David Baker, the gigantic president of the Hall of Fame that shows up to tell players that they've made it, and he dwarfs the players. He used to be the commissioner of the Arena Football League when I worked for the Command and the Brigade, and so I don't know if you remember, we had him here, and his hand is bigger than my entire head. he's a giant man.
Large, yeah.
Like
large
a
human.
giant, and so I get a kick out of the videos because he
I
shows
remember
up.
he's 6'9".
But his hands, and he's like, "Hello, you've made the Hall of Fame," and and then he dwarfs every player. But like one of my favorite videos is when he shows up on the set at Fox to tell Jimmy Johnson that he makes it, and Jimmy Johnson, you could just tell how much it means to him, and he's in tears, and then Troy Aikman's watching from his broadcast post. Cool video, love that, right? So this means something to Jimmy Johnson, okay? And so I guess Jimmy hears about this, about Bill Belichick not getting in, and said, "This is just wrong. Number 2 winning all time. More Super Bowls than anyone, unimaginable number of division championships. Lot of small, jealous voters." And he kept retweeting articles and then commenting on him. Then he says, "I'd like to," and he spelled it out, "I'd like to know the name of the a-holes who did not vote for him. They are too cowardly to identify themselves."
Right.
So now Jimmy's feeling it.
Yeah.
He's calling people a-holes. He's saying they're cowardly. Then all caps, next post. He reposts Tom Crean. So Tom Crean gets in on the action and said this
Basketball coach?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
It's fraudulent and everything else. Jimmy's like, all caps, "Please, if you did not vote for BB, identify yourselves!" Triple exclamation points. "Probably too much of a coward. Hide behind your all caps secret ballot." He's then he takes about 2 hours off.
Yep.
He's good.
Have a couple drinks.
He gets back on there, As a Hall of Fame coach, I think Bill Belichick is the greatest of all time. Yes, he had a great quarterback, but we all did. He won after the salary cap and free agency. Plus, I know how much he, all caps, loves the NFL and the game. I'm pissed. So just Jimmy sat for a couple of hours and went back.
Got even more mad. Yeah.
Right. Next one. Now, Jim. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Jimmy Johnson is up and at 'em. All right, that was the last post of the night. Jimmy has returned. First post of the day, 6:25 a.m.
Tweet at him. Let's see if he'll come on.
This is fresh. I would bet that if the Hall of Fame votes were public, very few of the a-holes that did not vote for Bill Belichick would come forward. Already some are lying about their vote. So now, Jimmy Johnson has woke up and he's chosen violence. He's back to calling people a-holes, and now he's accused, and now he's calling people liars.
Yeah.
And this is 20 minutes ago after he reposted a video of the Texans cutting the Patriots' lead to 5 in the playoffs for some reason. I don't know. I think you reposted the wrong video. I don't know. What are you laughing for in there? you see it?
Getting wild.
He just reposted a video from the NFL account.
He got into his Reels feed and didn't realize
it's just he reposted a highlight of the Texans kicking a field goal to cut the lead, and then he's
Yeah.
Wants to make sure,
goes in. Right.
make sure he's tweeting at the right people.
We retweeted the wrong
He
thing.
reposted an NFL highlight video from January 18th.
Well,
So look at it.
Good
he's
kick.
in that post, he's talking about the Hall of Fame vote.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, here we go. There's a guy named Rob Parker. Very few times that there's a guy that I disagree with almost everything he says.
Yeah.
Sport, it says Patrick Mahomes is an average quarterback, all these things, right? So, of course, and this is the guy that I think he's on Fox Radio. He says wild things to get people like me to mention him. And he won because I mentioned him.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
He's like, he says, I have mad respect for sports writers to be able to say Bill Belichick shouldn't be rewarded for cheating. So that's he sees everyone else going one way, he's going to go this way.
Yeah.
That's what he does,
Yeah.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. He's not even the best quarterback today. He's not even,
Let me argue the point
Right,
everybody agrees
right.
on so I can stand out.
That's what he does. So Jimmy Johnson got this one.
Oh, boy.
Reposted it. If they are using the excuse of Spygate, that's ridiculous. Many teams, including ourselves, tried it. Howard Mudd at Kansas City, who later coached for Bill Polian and Tony Dungy, gave us the idea. He was the best. We didn't get anything and stopped, but many teams give it a try. Now, hold on. Not bringing in Howard Mudd when he was in Kansas City.
Howard, dragging Howard's name through the mud.
Jimmy. JJ, come on now.
Thank you. Well, mudslinging going on.
Jimmy Johnson is unleashed.
In fuego.
Boy, I hope he starts airing out all the dirty laundry.
Well, it's starting.
Yeah, the day is early.
He was up late and got up early. I mean,
There's a
this
joke
is
no.
what?
Nope.
No.
You got to.
No, after at the commercial break, I'll
No,
say
you
it.
don't. No, you don't do that on this show.
Oh, that's a penalty.
I just like these are the different things he's reposting. JPA, he reposted Tom Crean. He reposted an NFL highlight of the Texans Patriots game. He reposted the Tampa Bay Times subscriber. And then Fox Sports Radio. He's all over the place. Adam
He's angry.
Schefter. Yeah. Right. So he's had it.
I mean, I'm with him.
I'm going to repost this. I'm going to try
I
to
don't know he's
repost
got to
it.
bring Howard Mudd into it, but
Right. So, there you go. Shall we move on? You want to say anything else about this?
I don't know if there's any. I mean, like you said, I think it's a consensus that everybody thinks this is utterly ridiculous. I think, if anything, it should bring some type of evaluation to this process, and
They got to revamp the system.
they got
That's it.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit more complicated than
It's not like in baseball with the Baseball Writers Association of America, right? Where it's just the writers.
right. No,
No, it's only 50, right?
there's 50, 30,
32
32 cities are represented. Then you have the
18.
Pro Football Writers Association, and then 17 at large. And some are players. I mean, I read most
Right.
of the
Tony
names.
Dungy and Bill Pullian.
Right.
So yeah, it's I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Robert Kraft gets in, because wouldn't that be hilarious? They're like, yeah, Bill Belichick, you are not in. Bob Kraft, you are in.
And that's who Polian, he's been a big champion of getting in.
So that, I mean, that, like, what kind of hypocrisy are we talking about here? If they put Bob Kraft into the Hall of Fame and then they keep Bill Belichick out, like that's that's a real possibility. That could really happen.
As someone pointed out, people also don't understand the process. It's not a yes or no vote. You vote for 3 of 5 candidates. I guarantee some believe players are more important than coaches and will always vote for the 3 seniors instead of any coach or contributor, even Belichick.
That's good context to have.
Right.
I don't, you know.
Yeah, but
Mike Sando says Belichick, Kraft, Roger Craig, Anderson, and Greenwood are competing for 1 to 3 spots separate from the 15 modern era finalists. 50 voters each pick 3 of the 5. Between 1 and 3 make it. 40 plus votes needed for anyone besides top vote getter to make it. So it's a zero-sum game. Huge change made in 25. 250 total votes to go around for 5 candidates with a high bar for clearance. And now we count the potential ways Belichick might get fewer than 40 votes.
how though, with those 5 names that you mentioned, you not put Bill Belichick's name on
Let's say 4 to 5 voters who were strong advocates for specific senior players figured Belichick was going to make it regardless, so they funneled votes to competing candidates in hopes of boosting them over the 40 vote threshold. A few voters prioritized senior players, thinking Belichick will be back in the room next year. A few voters found Spygate cheating disqualifying. Few voters probably protested new rules, making coaches eligible 1 year after retiring instead of 5. That's interesting. Yeah, like, what if because there's a chance he could come back. It should be 5 years, don't you think?
Yeah, it should be, but that's not. I mean,
Right. But
I guess their fear is that if a coach doesn't retire till he's really old, that
3 years
he has
then.
to wait for 5 years.
I don't know. So anyway, it's going to have to be revamped. People are pissed off, but no one is more pissed than Jimmy Johnson.
That's what we
and
need
we're
to
here
remember.
for it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm kind of actually grateful to all of the voters
Jimmy Johnson.
who voted against him so that we could get that rant from Jimmy Johnson.
Right. No, it's worth it. Trust me. All right. Also, hey, Jake, how about some stadium talk?
Yeah.
Hey,
You like that?
my favorite. My favorite. I can't get enough of it.
So you had Jonathan Ketz and Sam McDowell both reporting that the Royals are no longer interested in building their stadium at the Asperia campus of 119th and Knoll.
That's too bad.
Sam McDowell said that after significant evaluation, we do not believe the site meets our criteria for a stadium. And so then the Royals released a statement. As stated when the Asperia mortgage was acquired, the investment was made to maintain the site as an option for a new Kansas City Royal Stadium. After significant evaluation, we do not believe this site meets our criteria for a stadium. We continue to evaluate opportunities throughout the Kansas City metropolitan area to create a world-class ballpark district. As always, we hear and appreciate the input of our fans throughout the region. We remain hard at work toward the best solution for our team, fans, partners, and community. And I'm going to look, hey, it seems more possible and more optimism that they could end up staying in KCMO, which for fans that were upset or heartbroken or sad or whatever, however you want to describe your reaction, that the Chiefs are leaving KCMO and going to Kansas, this would be a gigantic deal if the Royals stayed. And the Royals, and again, there's many different factors into this, but I'm just like looking at it from the perspective of PR and the community and people's reactions. I mean, they could end up looking like the heroes here for fans in KCMO. They'll never have to come out and say it, but the knight in shining armor. The Chiefs left and went to Kansas, and I know that's not a big deal to you guys because you guys are from Kansas.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of people.
Yep.
That live in them, and it's a big deal.
Yep.
And they're still pissed off about it.
Yep.
And they're gonna be, and that's their right, because there's no right or wrong way to feel about this.
Right.
It's all perspective and who you are and where you're from and how you feel. Okay.
Right.
It would be a huge deal for the Royals to stay in KCMO, and it would be embraced. And look, the Chiefs are gonna have no problems selling tickets and getting season ticket holders to fork over the amount of money it's going to take. There's going to be plenty of people that are priced out of it. There's not going to be as many seats. I don't think tailgating or any of that will be even close to the same atmosphere. I think it's gonna be so much different. Not saying for some people they love it. Some people don't care about tailgating. Some people don't care about what Arrowhead turned into over the past several decades. It'll never be the same. It can't be. It's not, because it's not the same. It's different. So for people that are upset and still mad about this and have said, I'm never going to go to watch the Chiefs now, those feelings might soften, but there's no question that there's a lot of people that are priced out of this.
Yeah.
That just won't be able to afford to go to the new stadium, or won't be able to afford to keep their new season tickets. That's just reality. I think there's going to be a lot of people that maybe spent money or had money earmarked, like this is what we spent on our season tickets, or this is what we spent. We go to 1 or 2 games a year. Especially like you got a big family, it's hard to go. It's hard to take your whole family. Maybe only 1 game a year, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a steep investment. But there's going to be people, I think, that had money that they're going to spend it on the Royals if they stay in KCMO, and that's going to be part of their budget, or what they spend on extracurricular activities. And who knows, maybe the Royals get this huge bump out of this because, and I'm sure they don't want to make enemies or go sideways with the Chiefs, but if they don't take the opportunity and we're Kansas City's team or some, that's what's going to happen. That's what they're going to do, and they should take advantage of that. But no matter how it happened, even if the Royals have fumbled this thing and the path to where we are is not what we thought it would be, if they end up staying in KCMO, there's going to be a lot of people that love them even more. You know what I mean? That feel like they were left by the Chiefs.
Yeah, and I genuinely hope that those people at some point don't feel that way, because I think the Chiefs are still the Kansas City Chiefs, but I do think that this long and winding road could end up where teams are where it's best for everybody. I think the Chiefs being in a place where there's a lot of space to build a big old thing that can house, Super Bowls and all that stuff is great, and have enough parking to still have great tailgating. And I want the Royals downtown. I think we've always, if the Royals were going to move, downtown baseball is what I think we all wanted. And I think that area that they're talking about now is a perfect spot. It always was, and it just seems like it took a weird winding path to get there. But I think if that's where we get, that's a positive. I would love to go see baseball games down there.
I'd be really happy if the Royals stayed in Missouri, and overall it would be great for the community and Kansas City as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. To have 2 wonderful destinations on each side of the state line, but we'll see. But there was the latest news yesterday from the Royals. What happens next? Hell, I don't know. Back into this on WHP.